frames up the game, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So as we kind of jump on to the start of taking over Batman, as he goes into Arkham City, you'll see him, he starts here and he gets the option to go and save Catwoman from Two-Face, so this is actually a day later. One of the great things about the game is that we have all of these great supervillains inside Arkham City.
So many, right? I mean, you talk about Penguins now in there, you got the Riddler, Joker's
Penguin,
back.
Riddler, Two-Face, Joker, and what's really interesting is they're all trying to twist Arkham City to be what they want it to be. So they're all trying to get their own ends out of Arkham City. Right. They're all trying to manipulate it and do what they want out of it. And what's great is that they all want slightly different things. Like what Zaz will be doing in there is totally different to what Penguin's doing in there. Right. It's totally different to what Joker's doing in there. And there's only one man stopping all of them getting what they want, and that's you. That's Batman.
Yeah, Batman has his detective mode again. Obviously, he'll be jumping from gargoyle to gargoyle, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Will he be jumping to anything else? You guys really like gargoyles.
Well, I think one of the big things for us was Batman's navigation throughout Gotham. So, you know, we really worked a hell of a lot on that. So, in a sense, we kind of did for that what we did for combat in the first game, allowing the player the ability to kind of freely blend these moves together. So you've now got, you can glide, of course, you have full control over the glide. But as you'll see in a minute, you can also dive boost and use that to kind of build your momentum up and move around.
Because Arkham, the prison's been, I mean, it's in Gotham now, and I mean, this is like, it's an open world, right? I mean, you can go wherever you want in Gotham.
Yeah, totally. What we wanted to do, our goal was really not to create kind of the biggest game in the world, but to create the most detailed, open environment ever created. So, like, this is so rich with life, so teeming with life and different things you can do, and then really empower Batman with these great gadgets and abilities to get around the world. So you can see the grapple boost, the dive bomb. I mean, totally, we get caught up doing this even when we're having our meetings. We just get totally caught up setting each other challenges and gliding around the city and just looking at all the phenomenal detail. You know, the art team and the technical guys did a great job with that.
Oh, it's amazing. And there's also, I know this is framed up by Hugo Strange, who we had in our trailer at the VGAs last year. How did he factor into this whole story?
Well, that's a great thing as well, because Hugo Strange, everyone's trying to work out what he's doing there as well. You know, he's got his own angle, and Batman's also trying to figure that out. The great thing about Hugo Strange is, of course, he knows Batman's secret identity, so how's that going to play out in the game? And that's
Bruce Wayne moments in this game?
Well, no. I mean, basically, we're focusing on the being Batman experience. That's the kind of big.
You had that little moment in the first game. You were a little.
Yeah, we had a little tease of that. And that's kind of one thing we really like is kind of telling the story, because obviously Batman's human as well, so we really want to show that side of him as well as the kind of mythology of being Batman. You're going to see a really cool moment here, which is the interrogation. So basically what you can do is you can interrogate people, and when you interrogate them for information, Batman using his boot there to good effect, you can interrogate them for information, and they'll let you know the whereabouts of the different Riddler trophies. And that's because Riddler is basically secretly got a load of people working for him in the different gangs. So it shows you how the different kind of...
I played one of those Riddler challenges, which is really cool, where you get... They're challenging challenge rooms that you have to go through, which I guess are optional, but you can go on those Riddler challenges if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the other things we liked about making more of an open city, was that we could create these big side missions for you to do. So we still have that focused, kind of core-driven story that we had from the first game, but then we have these massive amount of side stories that you can take on as well, and they're optional, but if you want to take out all the supervillains inside Arkham City, you have to take those on, and to take all the supervillains down, you're looking at like 25 hours plus gameplay, so there's a whole load of gameplay in there as well.
Now, are you going to have any help here? There are rumors that, you know, Robin might be in there. There's a poster, I think, in the trailer. People are like, oh, you know, Grayson's, the show might be shut down.
Well, you know that there's loads of references to Batman's world. We try and fill the whole game with Batman's universe, the DNA of his universe. But we're really excited by the idea of all of these supervillains work versus Batman in this one confined district. So that was the thing that we felt is the kind of best game experience that we could give, that combination of those two things. And then you've got Catwoman, who kind of offers the counter experience of walking on the